Good morning, everyone, teachers, parents, students, and our invited speakers, Ashwin sir and Kalpana madam. Is my voice clearly audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
it is clearly audible.
Okay. It's 11:35. I think we should now start the session. Give me just 1 minute. As usual, one device is hanged, so I'm just changing over the device. Just a minute. I think I'll be able to start within a minute or so. Yes. It's my privilege to introduce you to two very dynamic persons whom I have come across so far. Ashwin Patel sir, uh, he is a certified yoga teacher from Sir Sayaji Rao Institute of Research, and he has been practicing what he is teaching since he learned it. That is the best part. So many of us do such courses, but then we forget it. In his case, after doing that yoga teacher course, he has been teaching the students as well as implementing that in his personal life. That itself is so inspiring. For more than 15 years, he has worked with Navaratna International School as a IBCAS, that is Creativity, Activity and Service Coordinator, where it's a multi-dimensional role, where he undertakes so many different kind of activities which inculcate right kind of qualities and adventurous spirit among the children. It's a very demanding responsibility. It's a work of 3-4 people done together by him during the tenure of around 15 years, and students fondly remember him for his invaluable contribution. And he has also worked as a trustee for a youth organization for 9 years, and been regularly doing various social service activities. And he's also having a unique aspect that he does 108 Surya Namaskars daily since so many years. Moreover, he has done 18,600 kilometer motorbike expedition covering the entire border of India. So very, very unique kind of profile we come across, and the more you will understand when we listen to him in his presentation. And along with Ashwin Patel sir, we have Kalpana Patel madam. She is also having a diverse uh, experience profile, a kind of multi-dimensional personality. She is also a experienced yoga teacher for more than 20 years, and she has worked in the field of education also for 15 plus years. And both of them have worked with the children of all age, primary, secondary, higher secondary. And Kalpana madam is also having a unique experience of having worked with All India Radio as an announcer. She has also worked as a trustee of a youth organization for more than 10 years. So both of them very unique in terms of experience profile. They will be sharing with us their experience and some insight related to how we can help with our health aspects, emotional, spiritual, physical, and particularly in this post-COVID area, one magical tool of Surya Namaskar, how it is beneficial, they will explain that. So I'll now request Ashwin sir and Kalpana madam to take over further aspects. I'll pin them their video so that everything is visible. Yes.
Nimish sir,
Ah,
एक ज मिनट sir.
sir.
Yes, all of you, 2 or 3 instructions. Please don't ask any question in between of the session. પ્લીઝ એમને એમનું આખું પ્રેઝન્ટેશન કમ્પ્લીટ કરવા દેજો. તમારે કોઈ બી ડાઉટ્સ હોય કે હોય તો નોટ ડાઉન કરીને રાખજો અને છેલ્લે ક્વેશ્ચન આન્સર સેશન રાખીશું. પ્લીઝ ડોન્ટ બ્રેક ધ લિંક ઓફ ધ ટીચર, દેટ ઇઝ મોસ્ટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. એટલે વચ્ચે આપણે હેન્ડ રેસ કરીએ કે ચેટ બોક્સમાં આપણે વારે ઘડીએ મેસેજ કરીએ, એનાથી જે પ્રેઝન્ટર હોય એમની આખી લિંક બ્રેક થઈ જતી હોય. સો પ્લીઝ મેક શ્યોર તમારા જે બી ડાઉટ હોય એ સાઈડ પર એક નોટબુકમાં લખીને રાખજો. એમનું એકવાર પ્રેઝન્ટેશન પૂરું થઈ જશે પછી તમારા બધાના જે ડાઉટ્સ હશે that will be following. Please make sure કે એમની લિંક બ્રેક ના થાય. And second thing, except Ashwin sir, no one else will be starting the video, જેથી કરીને બધાની બેન્ડવિડ્થ ના યુઝ થાય અને એમનું જ પિન કરેલો વિડિયો દેખાય એટલે એમનું જ આખું પ્રેઝન્ટેશન તમને જોવા મળે. No other person should be starting their video. Please take care about it. Yes sir, thank you.
Sir, one more aspect. Ashwin sir and Kalpana madam requested that all the children should have pen and paper besides them.
Okay.
Because there will be some interactive activity which is required. So pen and paper should be. ના હોય તો લઈને બેસો.
Right.
અને મોબાઈલમાં ના લખતા, હા, એમાં મોબાઈલ યુઝ ના કરશો.
અને લખો તો સેવ થાય એવી જગ્યાએ, પછી જોવા જાવ ત્યારે નીકળી ગયું હોય એવું ના થાય એમ.
સર પેન પેપરમાં લખે જ સારું સર.
હા એ તો સારું, પણ હવે સર હવે ઇન્ડિયામાં અડધા જન્મસિદ્ધ અધિકાર હોય છે ને કે ટીચર જે કે એનાથી વિપરીત કરવાનું, એ એક જન્મસિદ્ધ અધિકાર જેવું છે.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Maulik sir. Thank you, Nimish sir. Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. And I hope that you're all joining with your parents for this session. And it's very good to know that you all are joining along with your parents. And we'll be talking about health. And we'll try to cover the physical as well as the mental aspect of the health. Before we proceed, as Maulik sir said, don't use chat box. But then I will request in between maybe 2 or 3 times for you to use chat box. So that is the time when you can use the chat box. I would be asking some question to you and I will be expecting some answers from you. So for that matter, you will be using the chat box. And for the pen and the paper, well, there's one specific activity that we are going to do. So my request to all of you would be to keep a very nice A4 size paper with you. Just don't tear it off from your notebook and keep it by the side, or don't keep a notebook for it, for that matter. But just have a nice piece of paper along with you, an A4 size paper. It can be a white, it can be a colorful paper, but then if you write on it very nicely in a neat handwriting, it should be readable, right? And a pen. You can keep a set of pen also along with you, that those pen can be colorful pen as well. So that activity will become more colorful. All right. So with this clarity, let's proceed further. Well, I'm Ashwin Patel. And along with me is Kalpana ma'am. We both represent Katha Yoga. And since you must have heard about this term for the very first time, I would like to request Kalpana ma'am to briefly tell you about what Katha Yoga is all about. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, children. Good morning, teachers, parents, and everybody over here. We are doing this session, this booster dose session under the banner of Katha Yoga. First, I loved the title booster dose because during these online classes, we are not connected with each other and we all need a little shot of encouragement, motivation, and like boosting our spirit a little bit high. So I just wish that after this session, your spirit, your temperament might be going little bit high and make all of us more aware about how we should take care of our health. We all, I am not saying about only you people. So basically, we are doing under the banner of Katha Yoga, and Katha Yoga is a small initiation of us, like which we have started just recently. It's a venture which we started before 2 to 3 years only. And it's a good blend of storytelling and yoga. And we mostly do it for the children between the age of 3 to 10 years. As you know, children, like small children, they enjoy the stories so much. They like to narrate the stories, they like to make their own stories, and they like to listen to the stories. So we feel that the stories instill good values in the children. When they listen to good stories, they also learn something from that. Not only that, when we narrate the stories to them, or when we read the stories to them, or when they read the stories, or when they narrate the stories, they develop good vocabulary as well. And why only children? Like even as an adult, as grown-up children, as parents, we also like stories so much. We watch movies because movies has stories. We watch TV serials because they have stories. We read the novel because it has something which is going to happen, and we all are curious what will happen now. So all the stories, when somebody starts saying once upon a time, then we always are curious to know now what happened next. So that is what we want the children to be introduced to on a regular basis, so that they can have fun, they can have good mental health, they remain more cheerful. And along with that, we introduce them to different yogic practices. And since they are children, so we don't go for like very elaborate practices. We just make them do some fun poses. And our purpose of introducing them to yoga is basically to instill the good habit, instill the healthy lifestyle in them when they are very small. So when they will grow up, they will remember, yeah, when we were children, we have learned this asana, we have learned that we should have healthy food and all. So when they grow up, they will try to maintain this habit. So that is our purpose. Not only that, even children these days, we hear from the parent that they are very hyper, they are very restless, they just run around, they get angry very soon, and they start fighting with each other. They have competition amongst each other, which makes them feeling down when they lose the competition and all. So to deal with all these things, we just introduce them to a small session of meditation, or you can say that sitting alone with themselves quietly for maybe half a minute. So such habit formation that when you are disturbed, you just be with yourself and just accumulate your thoughts, and that will lead you to the solution of the problem on your own, because all the solution lies finally in yourself only. So these children don't understand, but when they sit quietly, they reflect very nicely. They say that, yeah, we thought about this thing and we were thinking about this thing and all. So Katha Yoga is basically like to encourage children to participate in different activities like storytelling and yoga. So I just hope that you all also will like our session. You also will get some motivation. Then we'll be very happy to do that. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Kalpana ma'am. Well, as Nimish sir said, that today in our session, we'll be talking about the health aspect. My first question to you all is that when I say health, or when you listen about this word health, what first thing that comes to your mind? Use the chat box to write it down. Maybe you can define in your own words, what do you mean by health? Or whatever first image that comes to your mind when you hear a word health. Just use the chat box. I would like to hear it from you all. Yes, I can see some responses coming in. Fitness. Health is wealth. Very good. Something which is very necessary. Strength, 6 abs, capability, mental and emotional health, physical health. Very good. To eat nutritional things. Yes.
Happiness, somebody has.
Being free from illness, happiness, body hygiene. Yes, very good. Physique, yoga, workout, health is life. Overall absence of disease. Very good. To be mentally, physically, and spiritually fit. Excellent. Very good. To be fit and our body. Health is life. Yes. Very nice. Very good. So you have to be satisfied for your health. Yes. Very good. Okay, good. So all of you are talking about different aspects of health, right? Now, to define it very briefly, let me read it out to you what WHO defines, how WHO defines health, right? So the WHO says, you all know what WHO stands for, the World Health Organization, right? And these days, World Health Organization is very much in the limelight because of the pandemic that is going on. And they are the ones who are leading the way for all of us to be out of this pandemic, right? So according to WHO, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So they are very clearly and very concisely mentioned in 3 words. How can we define health? It has to do with physical aspect, mental aspect, and the social well-being aspect of it. Nowadays, this whole definition has been elaborated a lot, wherein we talk about the emotional health, we talk about spiritual health, and a lot of other things. But here, if you look at this definition, it very precisely says that one has to be a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Okay, so today we will try to encompass all these 3 aspects in different ways. And since this is a very wide topic, we'll try to pick up some of the good points from this topic and try to understand these topics. Let us start with the physical aspect of the definition, and to elaborate more on it, I would like to show you a video. All of you know Akshay Kumar, right? The hero, the Bollywood hero. And if you have heard about him, he's very disciplined in his life. He's very much fitness freak. And he looks at his work in altogether different way. So let's hear it from him, what he has to say in this video. Devanshu sir, if you can play this video for us.
Yeah, sure.
जब से मैं पैदा हुआ हूं तब से आज तक कि ऐसा दिन कभी नहीं गया कि मैंने उगता सूरज नहीं देखा.
Just a second.
जब से मैं पैदा हुआ हूं तब से आज तक कि ऐसा दिन कभी नहीं गया कि मैंने उगता सूरज नहीं देखा.
My routine starts at morning 4 o'clock. यही एक मौका मिलता है 1 घंटे का 4 से लेकर 5 बजे तक, क्योंकि मैं जब अकेला रहता हूँ. एंड दैट इज़ द बेस्ट टाइम व्हेन आई थिंक कि अब मैं क्या करूँगा. अ पर्सन नीड्स एवरी डे 1 घंटा तो कम से कम चाहिए खुद के लिए, जो वो सिर्फ सोच सके. उसके बाद 5 सवा 5 बजे कसरत शुरू करता हूँ. स्विमिंग करने चला जाता हूँ. 2 घंटे मुझे कहाँ अपने कसरत के लिए चाहिए.
I work 8 hours a day. 8 hours is good enough. But in that 8 hours, I am on the set. I don't move away from the set. I don't go sit in my vanity van. I sleep every day at around 9:30. हमारे यहाँ मैं देखता हूँ कि कितने लोगों को पेट की प्रॉब्लम है, मोटापा है. आप 1 घंटा नहीं दे सकते अपने शरीर को कसरत करने के लिए. 6:30 बजे के बाद खाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आपका शरीर नहीं मांगता इतना खाना. देखो आपकी सेहत कहां से कहां पहुंच जाएगी. सिंपल थिंग है, सिंपल. दिस इज ऑल इन योर हैंड्स. योर हेल्थ इज इन योर हैंड्स. योर लाइफ इज इन योर हैंड्स. इट इज द मोस्ट सिंपलेस्ट थिंग. We make it very complicated.
Yes. So, very inspiring, right? So in this very small clip, Akshay Kumar emphasized on few things. If you can read it, There are 4 things involved in this whole clip. Number 1, you have to set yourself for a disciplined life. You have to choose from a disciplined life or otherwise. Number 2, that we need to take out some time for ourselves. Do we do that? And for that matter, well, he is doing it for almost 2 hours a day. He is exercising for himself to keep himself fit and fine. But as students, if you have got a lot of pressures about the academics that you're going through, and if you're constrained about the timings, I will today in this session talk about how you can overcome that by devoting some time, very little time, for your health. The third thing he spoke about is the work ethic. Whenever he's there on his sets for 8 hours, his whole concentration on his work. Now, how to understand this whole thing from our context, from the student's point of view, that you have to also set yourself some time for your academics, for your study. And during that time, you have to be focused on it. And the fourth aspect, very briefly it was mentioned, but that is one of the very important aspects according to me when we talk about the health part of it. And that is the food. It is said that you should not be taking food after 6:30, and we don't require that much of food as well. So I'll talk to you about that food as well, maybe through a story as we go through the session. But these are the very 4 fundamental things that he spoke about and which touches our lives in some way or the other. So let us pick up the physical aspect of it, wherein I spoke to you that we require very small little time. Well, Akshay Kumar has said that can't we take out 1 hour time for ourselves? I am saying, why can't we take out only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or at the max 15 minutes if you have time constraints? You must be wondering, what can we do within this 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes of time? Well, I would say that your whole complete day's workout can be done within this 5, 10, or 15 minutes. Before I elaborate more on it, I would like to ask you, can anyone, once again, you can use the chat box for you to answer. Can anyone tell me any form of exercise that you have come across which can cover whole body muscles, almost 95% of our body muscles and the joints? Any form of exercise that you think that covers? Yes, yes, I'm getting right answers. Yes, 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 very good. All right. Thank you so much. Well, the first answer that I saw on the screen, and that was the correct answer. And most of you have written Surya Namaskar. And all those who practice Surya Namaskar, hats off to you. And I would also recommend that Surya Namaskar is one such yogic practice that has been gifted to us by our ancestors and all the yogis and Rishumunis, those who have devised this whole Surya Namaskar, is so magnificent, so scientifically designed that it covers 95% of our body muscles and the joints. And you require to do only 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar daily, and 12 rounds will take only 5 minutes. Well, looking at this aspect, we have designed a Surya Namaskar challenge as well, wherein we are inviting students to take up a challenge of doing 12, 24 or 36 Surya Namaskars. 12 Surya Namaskar will take 5 minutes, 24 takes only 10 minutes, and 36 will take only 15 minutes of your morning hours. So to elaborate more on how the Surya Namaskar is so beneficial to us, I'll request Kalpana ma'am to tell us more about the benefits of Surya Namaskar and this event that we have organized, wherein each student can learn Surya Namaskar technically in a correct manner, understand more about the benefits of the Surya Namaskar, and that's how we can even celebrate this coming International Day of Yoga, that is on 21st June, as a tribute to the whole world wherein we have to start with ourselves. If we are healthy, our society will be healthy. If our society is healthy, our country is healthy. If our country is healthy, the whole world is healthy. Right? Ma'am, if you can just talk more about the benefits of Surya Namaskar so that the students are inspired to take up this challenge that we have planned for the 21st of June, that is International Day of Yoga.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And I'm very happy to see the answers in the chat box. So many of you have written that Surya Namaskar is one of the, like I would say, is the only exercise which gives the exercise to and covers up almost 95% of our body muscles. So most of us like try to build the muscles. We go to the gyms. It's really a good habit to go to the gym. Even if we run, we do jogging and everything. It's really very good. But being a student or even being a housewife for your moms or being the working person for your dads. So everybody cannot take out time, maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hours, 2 hours for doing some exercises. So I think Surya Namaskar is a perfect combination, which everybody can do. It doesn't require a lot of strength, a lot of time, and it has immense benefits compared to the time that we spend behind it. Only thing is we have to do it regularly. Like today you did 100 Surya Namaskar, tomorrow again you do 10 Surya Namaskar, then for 10 days you don't do anything. Again you do, then the benefits will not be like reaped as we have expected. But if you continuously, consistently do the Surya Namaskar, I would like to tell you that you will be benefited so much. The most important benefit of Surya Namaskar, it's a just good combination of forward bending and backward bending asanas. In most of our daily life, if you can think of any activity which involves a backward bending, I think so no activity involves backward bending. If you have to pick up something from the floor, we bend forward. If you have to write, we bend forward. If you are cooking, you are bending forward. So your cervical, your lower back, everything gets the exposure to forward bending only. And we need to do some complementary exercises to do the backward bending so that our spinal cord gets proper exercise. So Surya Namaskar, all the asana, you look at all the asanas of Surya Namaskar. It has a good combination of forward bending as well as backward bending. And if you do it repeatedly every day, it like suffices your need for doing the backward bending and the forward bending for the whole day. So if you do it regularly, it will make you fit and healthy for your whole of the life. The next important thing, if we go to the spiritual part of Surya Namaskar, in Indian mythology, we consider sun as God, right? And God is the one who gives us life. So sun obviously gives us life, and sun is the only God whom we can see. So it is also to show our gratitude towards sun for giving us life. If there is no sun, there is no life. Like it gives us heat, it gives us energy, and we have seen the countries which are like lacking the sunlight, and they come to India to get the sunlight. So sun is the God. So to show our gratitude to Lord Sun, we do Surya Namaskar, and it gives us a good humble feeling also. So that's also very important for our mental health if we just consider it. So,
and one more thing, we cannot imagine life on this earth without sun. Can you think even a single day, if sun doesn't rises, what will happen? The whole existence, our existence, this earth's existence is based on one single thing, and that is sun. Without sun, everything is gone. Though no life on this earth. So sun plays a very important role. And if you see the whole Surya Namaskar thing that has been designed, it is so scientifically designed that it is said that you have to do Surya Namaskar in front of facing the sun, in open. When the sun is exposed to your body is exposed to the sun. Right? Now here I would like to make a mention of, during this recent pandemic times, you must have all heard about this vitamin D deficiency. Right? So it has been talked about during this pandemic quite a lot. And here, the Surya Namaskar, when done, when your body is exposed to sun in the morning hours, gets this vitamin D. So nicely designed, right? So it has got a very wonderful combination of whole science involved in it. And there are a lot of other scientific things involved in this whole Surya Namaskar, which we are planning to talk about in our 10 days workshop that we are planning starting from 11th June. We'll come to that once again, but before that, I'll request sir to show on the screen benefits of Surya Namaskar in the picture that we would like to share with the students.
Yeah, sure.
Here, this picture, you can see the whole Surya Namaskar in animation form, how it is done. And we'll also look at the benefits once again.
Yeah, so here as you see, whenever you are bending down, your stomach is pressed, and all the asanas that we do, it helps relax our mind. It improves flexibility, of course, because you are doing both forward bending and backward bending every day. So it improves the flexibility. We all are health conscious. We always want to look slim and trim, and we always want to look handsome, smart, or beautiful. So if you want to lose the excess flab in your body, Surya Namaskar will help you definitely. Then it improves, like it affects on so many of our body systems, starting from our digestive system, cardiovascular system, our endocrine system maximum, because there are so many exercises which helps and which affects on our cardiovascular and digestive system. But endocrine system is mostly affected by all the yogic practices, and Surya Namaskar is one of them. So it improves our posture. Even as a student, we are very much stressed and we want to sleep. We go to sleep and we are not able to sleep. Practice of Surya Namaskar can help you to deal with your sleep problems as well. So these are some of the few of the benefits that we just have mentioned. Like there are immense benefits that you can get just by spending, as sir said, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or max 15 minutes. Ashwin sir every day does 108 Surya Namaskar. So he spends hardly half an hour doing that. So half an hour, even if you can't spend half an hour, it's like very much advisable to you practicing how to do Surya Namaskar, because we watch the Surya Namaskar on video sometimes we learn from somebody. So we have organized a small training workshop, which will start from 11th of this month and will end on 20th of this month. So if you people like are interested in joining this workshop, it will help you to how to perform this Surya Namaskar, the technicality of it, and not only that, when you want to do more Surya Namaskar, your muscles are to be toned up that way. They should be trained that way, because it's not that easy that you think. And if you want to do it consistently, then which previous exercises you need to do, and which care you need to take, and which breathing awareness you need to have while doing this Surya Namaskar. So all this training part of it we have planned to do from 11th. It will start at 7 o'clock, only 1 hour workshop every day. It will be a virtual, of course. So in case if you people are interested in joining that, you just can join us through the link that we have given.
Nimish sir will give you.
Yeah.
And I think he must have already shared with you all. If not, that will be shared with you after this session.
Yeah, so we would just be very happy if as students you join this, you learn about how to do Surya Namaskar. And after that, if you can do at least 12 Surya Namaskar every day, it would be great for all of you and for all of us. Yes, sir.
Well, so that was all about this session. That's virtual Surya Namaskar challenge that we are offering, wherein we want students to take up a challenge of doing 12 Surya Namaskar, 12 or 36 Surya Namaskars that they would like to perform on a daily basis, right? So I hope that you are all enthused to take up this challenge. And if not 24 or 36, minimum 12, you should always challenge yourself to take up 12 Surya Namaskars on a daily basis, right? Okay, now let's move on. As I mentioned that the video that we had viewed about the Akshay Kumar, the fourth aspect was the food aspect. So whenever we talk about health, along with the exercise, food plays a very important role. And in a very brief, it was mentioned that we don't require much of a food. We require only the right kind of food. Now, this reminds me of a mythological story, a very interesting story. I am sure you would love it, which has got a very good connection with what we are talking about right now. The story goes like this. चलो मैं आप ये स्टोरी जो है मैं हिंदी में बताता हूं आपको। ये उस समय की बात है कि जब पृथ्वीलोक का निर्माण हुआ था, तो भगवान शिव और पार्वती कैलाश पर्वत पर बैठे आपस में बातें कर रहे थे कि पृथ्वीलोक का निर्माण हुआ है, वहां पर क्या क्या हो सकता है, क्या क्या नहीं हो सकता है, किस तरह के प्रश्न हो सकते हैं, किस तरह की समस्याएं हो सकती हैं, और इस तरह से एक बहुत गंभीर चर्चा उनके बीच में चल रही थी। तो उस दौरान शिवजी ने कहा नंदी को बुलाकर कि हम अभी कुछ चर्चा कर रहे हैं, तो क्यों नहीं आप बाहर पहरा दें ताकि हमें कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करें, हमें कोई खलेल ना पहुंचाए। नंदी ने कहा जो आज्ञा, और नंदी बाहर पहरा देने के लिए बैठ गए। अच्छा, इधर पृथ्वीवासी पृथ्वी पर पहुंच गए। क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है उसकी चर्चा शुरू हो गई। किस तरह से जीवन निर्वाह करना है, उसके लिए क्या करना है, कैसे आगे जीवन व्यतीत होगा, इस तरह की सब चर्चाएं शुरू होने लगी। तभी एक छोटा सा प्रश्न हुआ। प्रश्न क्या था कि हमें कितनी बार खाना चाहिए दिन में, हमें कितनी बार खाना चाहिए और कितनी बार नहाना चाहिए। बहुत छोटा सा प्रश्न था, बट बहुत ही बढ़िया प्रश्न था, क्योंकि पृथ्वी में वो पहली बार पहुंचे थे, उनको कुछ पता नहीं था, किस तरह का रूटीन वगैरह कुछ किसी को पता नहीं था। तो हमें कितनी बार खाना चाहिए और कितनी बार नहाना चाहिए। तो किसी ने कहा चलो भगवान शिव से ही पूछ लेते हैं। एक दल तैयार हुआ और पहुंचा कैलाश पर्वत। जैसे ही वहां पहुंचा तो नंदी ने उन्हें रोका, रुकिए रुकिए रुकिए, आप ऐसे ही नहीं जा सकते। अभी भगवान शिव और पार्वती किसी चर्चा कोई गंभीर चर्चा कर रहे हैं, आप ऐसे ही नहीं मिल सकते। हाँ ठीक बात है, लेकिन हमारा एक प्रश्न है और हम भगवान शिव से वो प्रश्न पूछना चाहते हैं, उस प्रश्न का उत्तर चाहते हैं। नंदी ने कहा बात आपकी ठीक है, एक काम कीजिए, आपका जो भी प्रश्न है आप मुझे बताइए, मैं वो प्रश्न लेके भगवान शिव के पास जाऊंगा और उनसे उत्तर लेके आपको वापस उत्तर आपको बता दूंगा। पृथ्वीवासी ने कहा कोई बात नहीं, हमारा प्रश्न है कि हम इस असमंजस में है कि हमें कितनी बार खाना चाहिए दिन में और कितनी बार नहाना चाहिए, इस प्रश्न का उत्तर चाहिए। ओके ठीक है। तो नंदी पहुंचे भगवान शिव के पास। जैसे ही भगवान शिव ने नंदी को सामने देखा, बोला क्या बात है नंदी, कैसे आना हुआ। नंदी ने कहा भगवान पृथ्वीवासी आए हैं एक प्रश्न लेके और उसका उत्तर चाहिए। हाँ बताओ। उनका प्रश्न है कि उन्हें पृथ्वी पर दिन में कितनी बार नहाना चाहिए और कितनी बार खाना चाहिए। भगवान शिव ने कहा सही प्रश्न है, ठीक है, उनको बताओ कि उन्हें दिन में 3 बार नहाना चाहिए और 1 बार खाना चाहिए, और देखना कुछ गड़बड़ मत कर देना उत्तर देने में। नंदी ने कहा ठीक है, कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं करूंगा। और मन में सोचते हुए नंदी वहां से निकले, सोचने लगे मुझे कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं करनी है। तो उन्होंने मन ही मन में उसको दोहराना शुरू किया, 3 बार नहाना है 1 बार खाना है, 3 बार नहाना है 1 बार खाना है, 3 बार नहाना है 1 बार खाना है, 3 बार नहाना है 1 बार खाना है। 3 बार खाना है 1 बार नहाना है, 3 बार खाना है 1 बार नहाना है, 3 बार खाना है 1 बार नहाना है। और पहुंचे पृथ्वीवासियों के पास और बोला आप लोगों को 3 बार खाना है 1 बार नहाना है। यहां पर तो एक बहुत बड़ी गड़बड़ हो गई। पृथ्वीवासी ने तो बोला ठीक है, वो तो चल पड़े। और नंदी ने जैसे ही उसको छींक आई, उसका पूरा क्रम जो है हो गया उल्टा पुल्टा। नंदी तो पहुंचे भगवान शिव के पास, भगवान मैंने तो पृथ्वीवासियों को उत्तर दे दिया। क्या उत्तर दिया? 3 बार खाना है, 1 बार नहाना है। अरे ये तो बहुत बड़ी गड़बड़ हो गई। क्या हुआ प्रभु? मैंने कहा था आपको कि उन्हें 3 बार नहाना है, 1 बार खाना है। पृथ्वी का निर्माण इस तरह से हुआ है, आप देखो 2/3 भाग पानी से भरा हुआ है, सिर्फ 1/3 भाग जो है वो जमीन का टुकड़ा है जिसमें अनाज उग सकता है। अब आपने तो उनको बता दिया 3 बार खाना है, तो इतना सारा अनाज कैसे उगाएंगे पृथ्वीवासी? प्रभु अब क्या करें? वेल, गलती की है तो प्रायश्चित भी करना ही पड़ेगा। बताइए प्रभु। ठीक है, मैं तुम्हें पृथ्वीलोक भेजता हूं, बैल बनकर जाओ और पृथ्वीवासियों को अब 3 बार खाना खाने के लिए उतना अनाज उगाने में उनके खेतों में मदद करो। और तब से बैल हमें मदद कर रहा है अनाज उगाने के लिए, और हम तब से 3 बार खा रहे हैं।
In India, we are eating for 4-5 times a
हाँ,
day.
और
Right?
nowadays we eat for more than 4 times.
Breakfast, lunch,
Lunch, snacks, dinner, and now if we are waking up late in the evening, we will have
midnight feast.
midnight feast as well. Now this whole story is a mythological story, and that doesn't mean that we start eating once in a day. But the whole thing is so nicely told in the story that wherein we require very less food for our survival. And it goes very well with the health aspect when we talk about health. Right? So this was a very small story to touch upon this topic of the food part of it. Well, you can elaborate on the food part of it quite a lot. It may require another session for us to talk about it. But let's come back to our session wherein in the first part of it, we spoke about the health aspect, how important these exercises are for us, how important for us is to take out some small little time for ourselves, even 5, 10 or 15 minutes, and learning this ancient form of yoga, wherein we can do Surya Namaskar and we can get maximum benefit out of it. Well, you can. This doesn't mean that you cannot do the other form of exercises, wherein you can do running also, you can do cycling also, you can do swimming also. So keep yourself free in those aspects, but then pick up something or the other and make it a habit to do it on a regular basis, right? So we move on to the next part. Before we proceed, once again, I would like to ask you a question. And once again, you can use the chat box. Think about what all things in your daily routine gives you happiness. What do you do that makes you happy? You can use the chat box and give your answers for this. Okay, 10 minutes for own. Someone who spends 10 minutes for own. Yeah, sleeping, someone, oh fine, good. Playing cricket gives you happiness. Yes. Hobbies, yes. Very nice. Oh yeah, someone doing yoga gets reading novels. Yes. Talking to friends, very good. Eating food, yes, that also gives us happiness. Music, walking in the nature, cycling, meditation, sit on the terrace, walking on the terrace, excellent. Prayers gives us happiness, yes. Listening to the music gives us happiness, very good. Doing work as planned, our work getting accomplished as per our plan gives us painting gives us happiness, yes, excellent. Interaction with parents, very good. Playing PUBG, okay, fine. Listening to music, yes. So yes, you have covered almost most of the aspect. Noticing world around us. Very good. Improvement in our study gives us that satisfaction, joy. If you have won some competition, that gives us joy. Playing with our pet gives us joy. Waking up early, studying as per our decided planner, sleeping on time, doing classical dance, very good. All these things gives us happiness. Watching movies, yes. Watching our favorite shows for that matter, yes. Walking early in the morning, yes, very good. Okay, now I want to bring upon one aspect of happiness, and I want to emphasize on that aspect in this next session. Well, and this aspect touches each and every one of us, no matter who we are, what age group we are, and we love it. And that is getting compliments, being appreciated, getting validated for something that we are. Right? You all agree with me? Yes.
If in the morning you come to the school and if the teacher says, oh, today you are wearing a nice t-shirt, oh, your hair looks so good today. If somebody tells you, oh, you walk so nicely, anything. If your mama makes something, mama, the food is so yum today, and the mommy's whole day is made.
Yes.
So validation is a very, very important part of anybody's life.
It makes us feel so happy, right? Okay. To emphasize more on it, I would like to show you a very beautifully made movie, a short movie. It is 7.5 movie, but if you watch it from beginning till end, it gives a wonderful message. And this is one of my all-time favorite short movie. So let's watch it together. Sir, if you can show us this movie.
Yes.
I'm here to get validated.
You are awesome.
Excuse me?
You have an amazing face. You've got powerful features, man. Anyone ever tell you that?
No.
And listen, you look a little down. And it may seem like sometimes people don't understand you. But someday, man, someday, people are gonna see you for what you really are.
You really think so?
Absolutely. You are great.
Need a validation, please?
You are great, ma'am. You have amazing cheekbones.
Really?
You know, you've had so much life experience that other people don't appreciate, but you know.
Bless you, dear. Hugh, what is your secret?
I just love to see people smile.
It seems there is no one Hugh Newman cannot make smile.
Next.
Welcome to the Department of...
No one smiles in their driver's license photo, sir. It's not allowed. Next. Next.
You are amazing. You are so efficient.
Next.
Victoria. Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Next.
You take such good care of your equipment. Oh, they're lucky to have you.
We're closed, sir.
Victoria. I just want to see you smile.
Good night, sir.
Where do I go for...
We don't validate, sir.
Have you ever smiled?
Yes.
When?
When I was a little girl.
Oh, I bet you had a beautiful smile. What happened to it?
Next.
I just wanted to see you smile.
I'm sorry.
I'm here to get validated, please.
You're... okay, I guess.
Okay. Did you say okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Don't you have anything else to say?
What's the point?
Excuse me, could you take our picture? Thanks, I really appreciate it.
It's our first time here.
It's not a real smile. You guys love each other? You're on vacation, traveling the world? God, that's great. Wish I could travel the world with the woman I love. Wish I could have someone take our picture. I'd really smile. You guys have every reason to smile. You're gorgeous. You're in the prime of your lives. And you guys are great. Hold it right there. Now that is a smile. Hey, one more, right here. Oh, that's two of the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen.
Excuse me?
Your eyes, they're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. And your dress matches your eyes. It's perfect. May I? What do you love most in all the world?
My daughter. She has the most wonderful smile.
How did you... You're smiling. But she... Did you...
You are awesome. Thank you. You're gonna have so much fun on this trip. The stories you're gonna tell people when you get back will be amazing.
I can't wait. I've always wanted to see Paris.
I don't understand. I tried everything. What happened?
When I was a little girl, my mother got very sick, and she stayed that way. And over the years, she just got so sad that she forgot how to smile. And seeing her like that, I couldn't smile either. And I didn't for years. But then one day, a young man came up to her and told her how beautiful she was. So beautiful that he wanted to take her picture. He made her smile. And suddenly, after all those years, she got better. I looked everywhere for you, but I couldn't find you anywhere. I went to every garage in town. I paid every fee they had, but I couldn't find you.
You paid for parking? For me?
Yes. Because you are great. You are amazing.
No one has ever said that about me before.
Thank you, sir. So how wonderful, right? So one smile can bring such a drastic change in someone's life. From someone who was ill for 3 years gets better with just one single smile. And this is not just part of the movie. This has happened in people's lives also. How effective it can be. There are numerous of examples wherein people are cured by such happiness, by just smiles, and by just being good with someone. And for that matter, you must have seen Munna by MBBS, the movie also. And there also, the same thing has been represented in different ways. Jadoo Ki Chappi. You appreciate someone who is there, and that person feels so happy about it. Right? Okay. Now let's do this whole thing practically today in this session itself. I had in the initially I had told you to keep a pen and a paper. Now it's time for us to use that pen and a paper. Now, before you start using that pen and a paper, I want you to close your eyes for 3 minutes. And what you will do in these 3 minutes? You will think about your parents, for all the good things your parent have done for you, about all the good qualities that your parents they have that you would like to imbibe in yourself and be like them in future. We need to appreciate our parents. So close your eyes. Everyone is requested to keep everything aside, sit straight and close your eyes for 3 minutes. And as I mentioned, think about your parents, think about the good things.
Relive your life since childhood till now, that you have lived with your parents with so much of joy, so much of fun, and so much of things that they have done for you. And you will come up with so many good things.
Very gently open up your eyes. Relax. Now, I want all of you to pick up this pen and paper and I want you to write a letter to your parents. With all the thoughts that had come across your mind, jot it down in this piece of paper. If you have colorful pens, you can use colorful pens to write this nice letter to your parents. And I want you to do it right now. Don't tell yourselves that I will do it later. It never happens later on. So all those present here, my humble request to each one of you would be, pick up your pen and paper and write it down for your parents.
It can be in any language. You can write in Gujarati, Hindi, English, just expressing your pure feelings.
It can be 5 simple lines also for your parents, appreciating them for what they are, how they have helped you, how they have helped you to be what you are like today, whatever good qualities your parents have, which you must be feeling, but you have never expressed those feelings so far. So this is the time for you to express all those feelings, all that gratitude that you have for your parents in the form of a letter. I'll give you 5 minutes for that. Take your time and write a nice letter to your parents. And once you are done, just write on the chat box done so that I know if maximum students have completed the task so that we can move forward. This letter that you're writing, it would be like personal letter from your end to your parents. We won't ask you to share it with us or anyone else. This is you're purely writing it for your parents from your heart. With all the feelings that you have for your parents.
Ashwin sir, 2 people have responded to me that they've written.
Fine, good. They can use the chat box and start writing, jotting down if you're done so that we know. Good, very good. Good. All those who are done, you can fold that sheet of paper, keep it by the side. Maybe later after the session, you can place that letter in a nice envelope. You can decorate that envelope as well and hand it to your parents. Okay, very good. Nice. We have 2 more minutes for us to finish the letter. And if someone wants to write a long letter, no worries. Take this 5 minutes, whatever you feel like, write it down right now. And then maybe after the session, you can complete your letter thereafter also. But start it right now and just don't keep it aside. Good to see responses from you all students, those who are done and those who are working on it right now. Very good. Good, very nice. Well, if your parents are there along with you, sitting along with you, you can very well hand it over to your parents. Or else, as I mentioned earlier on, you can keep it by the side and can hand it over later on. Very good. One last minute for you to finish. Very good. Okay, let's move further ahead. Those who have not been able to complete the letter may right now keep it by the side and complete it after the session, and you can do it. And let me tell you that this whole experience will not only give happiness to you for all the gratitude that you have shown for your parents, but when you will hand it over to your parents and the smile that you will see on their face, the satisfaction that you will see on their face, it will be of immense value. The joy they would experience today would be invaluable, right? So this is what we can do. Start from our home, spreading happiness. And we normally, what happens is we take people around us for granted. For all the things that they do for us, we take things for granted. And we never say thank you for it. We never express our gratitude for it. Well, it is job for my mom to cook food for me every day. We must thank each and every day for the food that we are getting. For all the things that we are getting in life, we should be thankful for that. And that should become our day-to-day practice. And that's how we can spread happiness. And the same thing, what you have done today for your parents, you can do it for your siblings, your brother or sister as well. You can do it for your grandparents. If they're living with you, do that. Write a letter to them and see the smile on their face. You'll feel so happy about it. If they are not living along with you, send a letter to them for all that they have done for you, your parents. They will feel immensely happy.
Take out some time during the day to talk to your grandparents, sometimes talk to your parents, not only about your academics or not only about anything, just how are you feeling? How is the things going in your end? How is your office going on? Mama, how is your health? Daddy, how do you feel? Because many a times it happens that we become so busy in our daily schedule, and it's a never ending process. But during the daytime, even if you take out maybe 5 minutes, go to your grandmother's home. If she's living just besides you, go to her home. If she's living in the city, sometimes just go on scooter and visit her and just get
Talk to
something.
them, just talk to them. Talk about their lives, how they have lived, what were they doing when they were students, what kind of challenges they have faced during those times.
They would like to narrate everything like
and how was the challenges for them in the workplace, what not, and they would be so happy to share all those stories with you. I have done personally with my grandfather. I've taken a whole video of my chat with my grandfather. He was so enthusiastically telling about all his struggles of the life, how he started, how he had no money to start with. When he was married, they had no house, how he built a house for himself using mud, using bricks. And those were like amazing moments for me and for him as well. He's no more with me right now, but all these memories are there with me. And I will cherish these memories for my lifetime. So the whole point is that we have to start spreading this happiness from our home itself. So in the first part of the session, we talked about bringing happiness in our lives by devoting some time for ourselves, right? In the second session, we talked about spreading that happiness with all the people, those who are around us. Now, in this last part of the session, we want to take it beyond that. How can we take it beyond our house? Well, we come across many people around us. There are many people who help us in some or the other way. Have you ever tried thanking them? No, we consider it as part of their job. Well, we pay them and they do it for us. It is not always like that. Each one of us go through a lot of struggles in our life. All those who are connected with us, we come in contact for small little things, small little job work. But then there is the whole story behind that person at their home, at the workplace, what all struggles they must be going through. When someone is coming to deliver something to us, maybe something very strugglesome going on in his life, but still he has to work, so he's working. A lot of things.
Be it a watchman, be it a milkman, be it a postman, be it your maid coming at your home and doing cleanliness of your room. Every day she keeps your room clean. Every day she does dishes for you. And we always think that, yeah, they are doing because we are paying them. But it's not the case every time.
So now let's watch these 3 ads that I have for you, and it will tell us how we can spread happiness all around us. Sir, if you can show us these 3 ads, please.
आइए सर। क्या कहा टीचर ने? अच्छा कर रहा है सर, ये उसका रिपोर्ट कार्ड। नॉट बैड। पकड़ सर, ये। अरे वाह, ये भी दिया टीचर ने? नहीं सर, वो आप कितनी बार गाड़ी खुद चला के आ जाते मुझे यहाँ से पिकअप करने, ताकि मैं भी अपने बेटे के स्कूल तक आ सकूं, इसलिए सर। अरे गणेश, खाइए ना सर।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
Thank you, sir. Can you imagine how happy these persons would be if in real life someone can appreciate them for their work? Well, let me tell you, today morning only, when I was out, this is a very recent example. I was driving and I saw one person who must be cycling every day because he was wearing his helmet and he was in a sports cycle. He must be in his 50s or 60s. And he was carrying a bag and he was handing over Amul milk bottles to the kids who are there along the roadsides. And you know the whole scene, if I describe to you, he had already handed over one milk bottle to one of the child. And there were other kids around that man collecting the bottle. The first child who had received that bottle of milk, what he was doing, you know, he was keeping it on his head and he was dancing. Wow, wow, that was a scene. So happy that child was. These are small little gestures, very, very small little gestures. And we can bring happiness, we can bring smile, and we can spread smile all around us. So with this, we end our session today. And I'm sure you must have got the gist of this whole session, wherein we want to start with our health. doing something for us, for those people around us, and for everyone around us. We have to spread this happiness. We have to spread this smile. Thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you, Nimish sir, for giving us this opportunity to be with your students and parents. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was a booster dose for us as well.
Yes.
To be with you, all the teachers, all parents, and all the children. So thank you so much, everyone.
There are some students who will be having questions. We have got
Good.
a very interactive group. એ તો મૌલિક સરે રિક્વેસ્ટ કર્યું એટલે વચ્ચે કોઈ ચેટમાં નથી પૂછ્યું. નહીં તો આપણે અત્યાર સુધીમાં 25-30 વખત રોકાયા હોત. એટલા enthusiastic students છે અમારા.
Very
So,
good. Very good.
yes, students, those who have got doubts, any questions, any queries, you can ask in chat now. એ પોસિબિલિટી નથી જો આપણું ફિઝિકલ સેશન હોત ને તો આપણે બધાને કેડબરીઝ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ કરી હોત. ચોકલેટ આજે હતી ને એડ એવી જ આપણે બધાને ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ કરી.
The name of the short movie that we showed it to you is Validation. If you go on YouTube, if you write only Validation, you will get this movie. And there is this whole 16 minutes movie. We have edited it because of the time constraint. But then if you get a chance, do go onto the YouTube, just write Validation and you will come across this. How was your motorbike round around boundary of India? Well, this was a wonderful experience. And this I had done in the year 1991 when we were celebrating Golden Jubilee year for the road safety.
Indian independence.
And since Indian independence, okay. Well, I would like to do it all over again because this had happened long back, and I have wonderful memories with me. And I had, during that time, I had Hero Honda Sleek with me. Hero Honda Sleek, and it has got again, it is a story behind that also. When I was young like you, at that time, when I must be in my grade 8 or 9, and that time this whole Hero Honda Sleek was introduced into the market, and we used to watch this ads on the TV, and I had a dream to have such bike with me. And I was fortunate enough to ride on the same motorcycle to complete my 18,600 kilometers journey all around India. And we came across many challenges during that time. Well, at one point of time, we had a breakdown in my motorcycle in the middle of the jungle. And if you go beyond, you won't get anything for 10-15 kilometers. And since you had left, you had already covered 10-15 kilometers. And that's how we were in the middle of the jungle. And it was considered to be the dense forest, footless forest. And then we had to take a shelter at one of the dhabas. And we were caught by police. And police thought that we were thieves. And the whole interrogation started. And we ended up convincing the police that we were not the thieves. And we were just going for this adventure ride. And there are a lot of other stories. Maybe I can take one full session on my motorcycle expedition for that matter. Well, someone has asked in which school I have studied. I have studied in military school, Ajmer. I started my schooling in military school when I was in grade 6. I was there for 7 years. And those 7 years, I would say, were the molding years for me, wherein I had led a disciplined life. And maybe those are the roots that are there that led me to this journey of yoga. And I now follow it in my daily routine, wherein I do 108 Surya Namaskar daily since 2018. I try never miss it, even if I am on my vacations, even if I am at my relative's place, wherever I am, I will take out this half an hour for myself and do 108 Surya Namaskar. And that's what inspired me to come up with this challenge of virtual Surya Namaskar for the students, wherein I want to challenge students to take up 12, 24 or 36 Surya Namaskar to be done on International Day of Yoga. Well, someone has asked who is my ideal. Well, it will become political, but then I consider Narendra Modi to be, I look at Narendra Modi with a lot of respect. And well, Mahatma Gandhi is the one whom I consider as my ideal, and I respect him. And I do believe, as Einstein had said, that nobody in generations to come would believe that such a person in human flesh and blood had walked on this earth before. So he is my ideal at the highest level. Well, I have missed out some of the question. I was just glancing through.
Somebody had written that he's a super biker and would like to have a session like.
Well, yes, if someone wants, yeah, maybe we'll request Nimish sir, if he feels that is appropriate, we can have a session wherein we talk about our motorcycle expedition sometime. Fine.
Yes, definitely.
If any other questions, Nimish sir, if you have come across that you think I should answer, and if you jotted down, if you can just, or should I go?
There is one question asked by somebody.
Yeah.
Ki, when you were of age of these children,
Yeah.
what were you doing to maintain your health? At their age, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that age group.
Yes.
What they are.
Okay. Yes. As I mentioned earlier on, I have done my schooling from military school Ajmer. So with the name itself, you must have got that I must be following a very disciplined kind of a routine. And yes, our routine used to start in the morning at 6 o'clock, wherein we were to go to the athletic ground for our morning physical training, and the whole day scheduled in a way it used to happen one after the other in a systematic manner. Whenever we are moving from one place to other, we would always jog. We would never walk. If you have to go from our house, our hostel, the boarding to our sports ground, we will jog to that place. We will never walk. If we have to, if we are wearing our formal uniform and we have to go to the school, we will do the march past and go to the school. And that's how our routine was. And we will have our evening sports, compulsory sports. And that's how I came across all the sports. I used to play football. I was there in the school football team when I was in grade 11 and 12. I used to play hockey. I was there in the school hockey team. I used to play cricket. I was there in the school's cricket team as well. And that's how my routine was when I was of your age. And that all these things have inspired me and all these things have molded me for what I am today. Yes, sir.
Yes, students, teachers, anybody wants to say anything, we can now unmute all. As we reach towards the end of the session, anybody from the teachers want to share any feelings or wants to say anything?
Okay, someone has asked, which I found it very interesting, how you got the inspiration of Katha Yoga. Well, this whole Katha Yoga stuff, since I am a teacher, I have worked as a teacher for so many years, and I was a yoga teacher for smaller kids for almost 15 years. When you talk about yoga, it is not only merely different postures that you do. If you have to define yoga, you always say it is a way of life. You learn how to live. Now, how this aspect of learning how to live comes into this yoga postures. So if you know yoga talks about, there are 8 steps defined in yoga for you to achieve the ultimate aim of the life. And those are yam, niyam, asan, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. And nowadays in yoga, we only talk about asan part of it. That is the physical aspect, the postures, different postures. But before that, you need to train your body, you need to train your mind. There are a lot of yam and niyam. There are a lot of things that you need to do in life for you to reach to the asan stage first. And these days we skip that part. There are a lot of morals and values that are being talked about in yoga. We never talk about it. Now, how to inculcate, how to bring these morals and values in the life of the small kids whom I'm teaching yoga. And from there, this whole idea of Katha Yoga came. You can do that. You can talk about morals and values without talking to them very directly through stories. Stories has got a lot of messages in it. Stories has got a lot of morals involved in it. And stories is a wonderful way of bringing that in front of kids. So from there on, the moment that idea clicked in my mind, from there on, even during my school days when I was a teacher and I was teaching yoga to my students, I introduced this whole concept of stories along with the yoga. So we would always start with the story. And many times the students will come up with different titles for the stories, what all they learn from the stories. And many times when they when they reflect upon the story, I was also amazed how each and every individual student reflected on the story differently. How and what all things that they learned from the story. That was amazing. And so that's how we came across this whole term called Katha Yoga.
Sir, are there any further queries?
Were you in NCC?
Were you an NCC cadet? Yes, I was an NCC cadet. Since we were in the military school, we had an opportunity to be in NCC, and that is also one of the good things. If you get a chance to be part of NCC, do join, and that would be like a great experience for you.
Someone's mother is a yoga teacher. Very great. It's really great that your mom is teaching yoga. It's really good to spread yoga everywhere in the society. A small but I priceless.
Good, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Yes, Ashwin sir and Kalpana madam. Any of the teachers would like to share feelings? You will be able to speak now directly. I unmuted all. Any of the teachers want to share anything? Yes, you share it. Otherwise, I'll request Kaushal sir at the end to say concluding remark. The reason for selecting Kaushal sir, I and Payal madam, we met Kaushal sir when he was in that age group of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He was our student. He is the only student, he and is one of his friends, whom we have guided in 8, 9, 10, then even 11, 12. And it's a privilege to have him as our colleague now. So very rare kind of association where somebody who has studied with us for 5 years is now working with us for more than 5 years as a colleague also. So unique combination with Kaushal sir. So before Kaushal sir speaks, anybody else wants to speak? Jigar sir, Maulik sir, madam, Pankti madam, anybody? Yes. Devanshu is also our student and he's managing all this. Kaushal sir.
Yes, a very good afternoon, all of you. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Ashwin, sir, and ma'am, this was really nice. Like the best part, let me tell you, I know it's a very, very small thing, but a very trivial thing. Constantly when you were speaking, you use the word yoga. Nowadays, what is happening is that, because of the trend, like so-called classy people, they come up with yoga. I don't understand that yoga. Yoga plus asan gives yogasan that we can understand. But otherwise it is yoga. So the best part was, constantly you coming up with the word yoga. That was nice. And overall, the sense of gratitude that you had been saying, we understand that the sense of gratitude is really very important. We many a times miss, around us, like even if we talk about a system, even if we talk about this system, sir, right now said that, I am a part of the system of the school. So along with the teaching staff, the non-teaching staff, everything is important. If even a small part moves out of it, it is really difficult, to maintain the whole system. So that is why that sense of gratitude is really important. And as you apart from Surya Namaskar, apart from, the physical aspect of it, you also cover this part where, we need to be thankful for the things that we have and to all the people around us. So that was really nice. It was really great to hear you. It was really nice to hear your views on all those things. And I'm sure, the students will take a lot of positive things from this. And as sir said, I have been student of sir and ma'am during this phase only, like standards 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. So like, even if I would have been a student and I would have been hearing to this, it would really have been great to listen all this. And your journey is very inspiring, sir. That's all I have to say, sir. Thank you for this session.
Thank you so much, Kaushal sir, for your kind words. Thank you so much.
Yes. Anybody from the students want to say spontaneously something? We give you a chance. Otherwise, we wind up the session.
So students
પછી અંદર વાત કહેવાની હોય ને રહી જાય એવું ના થાય. Anyone?
No, very good question that had come up, Nimish sir, and good sharing also. So students are really interactive, and it was really a nice session for us also, like to be part of that, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, then Devanshu bhai, we end the session. Maulik sir.
Yes, sir, we end the session.
Yes. Recording તમે હા.
હા, એ છે હું YouTube પર આપણા ચેનલ પર કરીને તમને લિંક મોકલી આપીશ.
Thank you, Ashwin sir, Kalpana madam. Thank you.
So much. Thank you so much, everyone. And have a good